May I request Mr. Banga to kindly chair the session and introduce the speakers.
Very good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to chair this session on globalization with two very distinguished speakers who are both authorities on this topic. Our Minister of Commerce, Shri Kamal Nath, determinedly driving the economic reform agenda in India, architect of some strong policies which are not without controversy, but a strong advocate of globalization and a leading player in WTO. Clyde Prestowitz, a businessman of repute, ex-counselor to the government of the US, founder and president of the Economic Strategy Institute, a leading voice in international trade. Earlier this year in January, at Davos, I listened to an expert panel of economists on the global economy. Once again, as in preceding years, there was complete consensus. We were likely to see a year of broad-based economic growth. In fact, one of them even called it a Goldilocks economy. Steady growth in the developed world, coupled with high growth expected in China, India, Russia, and other emerging economies. Globalization has surely played a major role in creating this rather happy situation. My company, Unilever, operates in 150 countries, and we can see firsthand the very positive impact of economic reform in several countries, economically, but also the positive impact on populations, people, and their lives. Indeed, most would agree that the world is economically surely on the right path, on the way up. Now, there is much said about the opportunity that globalization offers, and indeed, people like me in business are enjoying some of that opportunity and participating in it in different measure in different parts of the world. Indian business is very well poised to seize the opportunity, first of all, of accelerated growth in India, a very large domestic market base, but with huge capacity for growth, but with increasing confidence, strike overseas, over the shores, and participate in the opportunity not just here, but across the whole global market. And you can already see several companies taking those steps with enormous success, and most importantly, confidence that will bring success. Very little, though, is talked about the challenges. And I know one of the main themes of this conference, this conclave, are some of the challenges that globalization brings. And I would like to therefore spend a few moments focusing on some of these. A challenge of exclusion, large parts of the world that I travel to, Africa, large parts of the population base in countries like ours, in India, what we call the east of Kanpur belt, China, large parts of China again, most of these in rural areas, most of the prosperity you see in urban India, urban China, but when you go outside, you see it's a different picture. And what's more, mass media, such as where we sit today, means that today people are acutely aware of their exclusion and perhaps even sense a feeling of deprivation. Another challenge is scarcity of resource. This was touched upon in the morning. Water is a key example. We're already very, very short, and we'll be even much more short in the years to come. An unprecedented growth in requirement of power from the development of countries like India and China, and yet we only consume in the D&E world, developing world, 1/30th or 1/25th of the level of energy that is used by the developed world. So you can just imagine the potential scarcity as we go forward. Climate change.